Yes, my people, I'm back again with another news. Yesterday I talked about deportation. This is part two, deportation part two. Africa's richest man, Aliko Dangote, cries out. You see, as a celebrity, having been celebrated all around the world as the richest man from Africa, is still having problem with Nigerian passport. Because it's always going to collect 54 country visas. To be able to travel around Africa, he needs 54 visas. So every time he want to travel, they're always asking for a visa, even though they know his face. Most countries don't care. To give him more respect, the AU, African Union, issue him a passport. I think that passport is issued to only 5 people in the continent. As a philanthropist, so that he will be able to have access to go to every other countries in Africa. Guess what happens? When he was invited to Angola, he traveled with AU passport, not Nigerian passport this time around, but AU passport. On arrival to Angola, they did not allow him entry. He has to pay for the visa. They had to issue him Angola visa inside that passport before he was allowed entry. That's how porous the Nigerian passport can be, how delicate it can be, how tedious it can be when you're traveling with that document because of our political jaburi, because of the Nigerian way of handling their political system, because of lack of development, job creations, that allow everybody to start jackpotting. Everybody want to leave the country. Where you are flying to, you don't even know, even though they give you a visa, there's still 95.5% that you can be deported or refuse entry. You might think it's a joke. If you ever arrive in any country and you are able to go inside with a Nigerian passport, just thank God. And you could still be picked up from inside that country without they're not looking back. If you don't have a stay in a country, your mind is not at rest. The possibility of you being deported when you have any issues is 100%. Until you get that passport or you get a permanent resident. Even in most cases, permanent resident is not guaranteed. It can be collected from you and being cancelled, just like in the case of America. Wode Moya, the renowned Ghanaian YouTuber, was a freezer train in Mozambique, common Mozambique. He's only going there for 10 days, sometimes 5 days, 6 days, do his documentaries and fly back. They refuse him entry. They don't care. This is Africa we're talking about here. Because Adiola, what's her name again? Adiola Fayehun, the Nigerian celebrities YouTuber as well, was refused entry in Honduras because of Nigerian passport. He has a United States PRO, green card, GC. He has it, thinking if he arrives in Honduras with his green card, he will be allowed entry because it's stipulated that if you have a American green card, you'll be able to go into Honduras. On her arrival to Honduras, after missing the yacht, thinking flying into Honduras with Nigerian passport and American green card combined, they said sorry. Green card is allowed entry, but Nigerian passport is not allowed. So on that occasion, she was refused entry and being deported back to the United States. That's how Nigerian passport can be. It's only allowed into 5 countries in Africa, apart from West Africa. West Africa is not even counted because for you to go into Ghana, you have to pay in the border. For you to go into Benin Republic, you have to pay in the border to Utah. For you to go into Togo, you have to pay. People that are going to Ivory Coast, they pay $300, $200. If you are going to Sudan with a Nigerian passport, you're going to sweat. Sudanese was coming to Ghana, they charged him $250. Moya was going to Sudan, he was charged $300 for visa. The is it ETC, whatever they call it in Kenya, they said it's visa free to all nations. It's a lie. To be able to secure that visa entrance, that they said is visa free, anybody can come and do business, you're going to sweat. On arrival, the immigration will toss you here and there. My people, it is time for us to start pointing out the facts to the government of Nigeria that they need to start fixing Nigerian passport so that people can travel with ease. You allow so many countries to come into the country without a visa, but when you are leaving, it's a problem. My people, it's time for us to start thinking about it. I know how many trouble I got with Nigerian passport, even though I'm here where I am today. There was a time I came from New Zealand and I was going to go back to New Zealand. They didn't allow me to travel with Nigerian passport, even though I have a 1-year work visa of New Zealand. They said I should go and change my passport. I went to the Nigerian embassy, changed the passport, went back to the airport. They said, no, I must go and get a visa instead of passport. And the visa is in the old passport. When I go to New Zealand embassy, they refuse to transfer that visa into the new passport. That's how it can be. How bad it can be traveling with that passport. You can't imagine that passport I've used to travel double. I think I probably have about 4 or 5 Nigerian passports. Some of them have the page is almost finished. Too many visas. When I arrived in Cambodia with it, I had a big trouble with it. You know? They charged me exorbitant fee of money to be allowed me to into Cambodia with a Nigerian passport. So it's not easy traveling with a Nigerian passport. So when you are being deported, then you realize that, oh, I have an issue. Nigerian government need to start doing something. I can imagine Aliko Dangote, because of having problem with Nigerian passport, every country have to issue a visa for him to travel. And he has to pay for it, not free. Even though he's rich, even though you know him. The AU have to issue him a passport after too much complaint. And still, get it to Angola, he has to apply for a visa. And when this is a country where the president invited him, still, he has to pay for a visa with AU passport. Africa, what is the problem? What problem do we have? Why can't we just allow ourselves to travel freely with all these restrictions put together? It's time for us to start dismantling a whole Aliko Dangote have a problem with the visa issue. Traveling around in Africa. Let alone us. Everybody, I end my story.